Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be discussing Apple Arcade and if it's worth it, if it's worth the price of admission for what you get. So we're going to spend some time discussing that, and then we're going to be showing some games that you can look forward to in some videos that I'm going to be doing, and just kind of run through the games and see what's in there. But first, before we do, if you're just now finding this channel and you want to stay up to date with Apple Arcade and the newest in mobile gaming and gotcha games and hero collectors, the games that we all love to play, then consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out. All right, and welcome back. So let's go ahead and take a look at Apple Arcade here. So it just launched the other day. The cost of Apple Arcade is $4.99 per month. Now the cool thing is you can go ahead and get your first month for free. So that's what I did. I wanted to do that, get in here and see what kinds of games there are and see if it was really worth it. So let's talk about the games. It does the typical App Store format, right? Start your journey here. There's some new arrivals here. Some cool stuff. If you want to see kind of the types of games that they're going to be, this one looks kind of cool. It's called Hot Lava. I want to check that one out. However, if we go down at the bottom, over here, different categories. So there are family games. There are multiplayer games. There's not a lot of multiplayer in this one just yet, but there are a lot of other cool games here. You've got some action games. You got some games for beginners, some puzzle games that I want to show you, some adventure games, role-playing. So a little bit of everything for everybody. Now, if we continue to scroll down, we can see all games. So when advertised this, they were saying 100 plus games. Right now there are currently not 100 plus games in there. There's about 70. I think I counted 70 games total. But for $5 to get access to 70 games, now all of them you're not going to like. There's some really good ones in here. Ones that I really tend to gravitate towards are like the RPG games, and like I was saying, the hero collector, gotcha type games. I have a lot of fun with, but I do like some of the good, a good puzzle game as well, and they've got some cool ones in here also. So I'm going to run through just this list of games really quick, show you which ones you can look forward to on the channel coming up in the next few days, and kind of give you my thoughts. So where the cards may fall, this is an interesting game where you have a deck of cards or multiple decks of cards, and you're moving them around in order to get through these different maps. So it's pretty interesting. I'm having fun with it so far. This Kings League 2, I was going to check that one out, but if you take a look at the gameplay in here, just this little bit that they show you, the art style's okay, but it's not appealing to me right now. But it's something that I definitely want to check out just to see, you know, don't judge a book by its cover, right? This Hot Lava one here looks pretty interesting. And this one is, I believe this one is a multiplayer game. And you're just running through and you play that game when you're a kid, Hot Lava, you don't want to touch the floor. That's what this game seems to be all about. So pretty interesting there. Let's roll through a couple other ones. This Sneaky Sasquatch I want to check out. Seems a little interesting. Various Day Life. So this is one that I will be doing a video on because it looks pretty interesting. It's an RPG game, and just the tone of it and everything seems pretty cool. This one here is interesting as well. See, there's a lot that kind of interests me. So this one here looks pretty interesting as well. I'm going to check that one out. What else do we have? Cardpocalypse, maybe. What else? Okay, just a ton of different types of games. Here's another one here, Spelldrifter. Very Fire Emblem-esque with the turn-based. These cards and stuff like that are very interesting. Let's see. Brawl, Lego Brawls. This is pretty interesting. I don't know what I'm doing in it. I did jump in there, and you are fighting an opposing team, and you are trying to... Let's see if I can get it to play a little bit here. It's not wanting to. But you are trying to stay on the board longer than your opponent. You are trying to knock them out and stuff. It seems kind of like, man, the game is escaping me right now. But what is that? The Nintendo game, the Brawl game. You guys know what I'm talking about. But that seems pretty cool. Let's see. This Overland is something I want to take a look at. It's kind of this post-apocalyptic road trip survival type game. Let's see, what else here? What else do we got? If we keep going down, this Frogger, that's old school throwback right there. Pretty interesting. Let's see. There is also, look at that Rayman Mini. That should be pretty cool. Explotins. Yeah, these cats. There's actually this cat one here coming up here pretty quick. Where is that one? That looks pretty interesting. You got Sonic Racing. I haven't played a lot of these just yet. Punch Planet. This is a fighting game. Not really my cup of tea, actually. There's only 6 characters. The moves and stuff like that are pretty generic. It just wasn't a whole lot of fun for me, so I played that a little bit. May do a video on it just to kind of show everybody, but really wasn't anything that I was too interested in. This Enchanted World is pretty cool. This is one I have a video coming up on, and you're kind of working your character through the different worlds and solving puzzles again in order to get through those worlds. It's fun. I like it. Let's see. Next, we have another one coming up here. Where is it? Right here, Shanty and the whatchamacallit. So Half Genie Hero. This is a very familiar platforming game, and I'm not familiar in the game itself, but you know, those of you who are pretty familiar with platforms, it's your typical platformer, and it's pretty interesting. Story is very wordy, but the controls are very good, very spot on, and having a lot of fun with that one as well. This right here is probably my favorite. This is the first video you're going to see, is Oceanhorn 2. Very Zelda-esque type game, and a lot of fun. The visuals are fun, the controls are good. It's just it's a very fun game. Let's see, what else do we have? Stranded Sails I was going to check out. This one right here, Cat Quest 2. I just downloaded that one, so I'm not too sure on that one what that is, but it looks it looks pretty interesting. So we're going to just kind of roll through all these other games here. So I think there's about 70. I think that's it for as far as what I currently have. Oh no, right here, Sayonara Wild Hearts. That's one of the ones that they showed quite a bit, and it's just kind of this game that propels you through the world. You're moving from left and right. You're doing certain things. It's more of a visually stunning experience, and the music in there is kind of cool as well, more than it is a strategy or those kinds of games. But it's a pretty interesting one, so I got a video coming out on that one as well. Should be pretty cool. And I think that's it for the videos that are upcoming right now, and actually that's the end of the list. So you take a look at all these games, $5. There are no ads in the game, which is absolutely fantastic. No microtransaction, no in-game purchases that you have to worry about. A lot of these games can be played offline, which is cool. I do hope that they add more of like those Hero Collector and Gacha type games. I know those are typically slated more towards the free-to-play market because they continually add to those, but I think there might be a market in there for this. There are also some card games and stuff in here that are pretty cool that you collect and play around with, but for $5 for 70 games, a lot of them you would probably enjoy. I think is most definitely worth it. Even if you download one of the newest free-to-play games, most people, not everybody, but a lot of people, you know, they'll plop down a couple bucks, and that tends to kind of snowball after a little while, especially on those free-to-play games, just to kind of stay ahead, especially if you're a competitive person. But with that being said, $5 for a number of games, full games, good quality games as well. I really do think that this is a great deal, and they're going to just continue to add more games to this roster. So there you go, everybody. Those are my thoughts on Apple Arcade. It just launched a few days ago, like I said. Definitely think it's worth it. If you spend the money on games at all in any way, shape, or form, I think this is a great deal, and they do have some great games in here. So, as always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. What games have you played so far in Apple Arcade, if you've played any at all? And do you plan on getting Apple Arcade? And if you are, what are you really liking? And what are you looking forward to? And what are you hoping gets added into this service? Because there's a ton of potential there. All right, and I'm done. That is it. That's the end of the video. I could probably keep going, but I won't. All right, so definitely let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Take care, everybody. We'll talk to you next time.